So today I'm going to be doing a pit barrel cooker cook. When I first started my channel, all I really had was the pit barrel cooker. It is a fantastic cooker, direct heat style barrel smoker, uses charcoal and chunks of wood if you want. Now, since it was the first cooker I was using on the channel, a lot of my subscribers probably have a pit barrel cooker, so I want to get back to making more pit barrel cooker videos. It also produces fantastic food, and I love that direct heat style of cooking. So today I'm going to be doing some pork steaks. I've only done these one other time and they came out fantastic. It is a perfect pit barrel cooker recipe because a pork steak lends itself very well to direct heat style of cooking. But let's go ahead, get these pork steaks ready, and we can get them out on the pit barrel. All right, so here are the pork steaks. Now, these can be hard to find sometimes. You can do them yourself. All you have to do is get a pork butt and slice it into about 1 inch to 1.5 inch thick steaks. Now, the problem with that is there's a bone going through the pork butt that's going to be difficult to cut through. So if you can find these at the store, highly suggest picking them up. This is the best way to do it. I actually got these at Porter Road. I like using Porter Road. The quality of the meat is fantastic. Sometimes you got to watch out for certain items. I've noticed that their ribs tend to lack the meat. So certain items are great. Their prices are a little expensive, but you get what you pay for in super high quality meat. So let's go ahead and open these up. So you can see they gave us 4 steaks here. Like I said, 1 inch to 1.5 inches is usually good. These are on the thinner side, but they'll be fine. They're just gonna cook a little quicker, and I'll see how the thinner steaks actually come out, because when I did pork steaks last time, they were probably twice as thick as these. So now all I wanna do first is go ahead and take my knife. You can see they're semi-frozen kind of, but I just wanna give these a scrape, because you're gonna get a lot of the bone dust from them slicing them on the bandsaw here. You can see all that right there. So I'm just gonna go ahead and scrape all these pork steaks. Then we'll flip them over, do the same thing to the other side. Now I'm just going to go ahead and pat these off, give them a wipe, try and get the rest of that bone dust. All right, so these are all ready to season, and I'm going to go ahead with some of my barbecue rub. This is actually the rub that I used in my rib comparison video that I just released recently, comparing the differences between wrapping in foil and butcher paper, or it's going to be the same seasoning as in my seasoning video where I show you 4 great seasonings. If you want to see that video, be sure to stick around to the end. I will leave a link there at the end for you to check that video out. I do 4 great seasonings. I do my barbecue seasoning, which is this. I do SPG, blackening seasoning, and a fantastic jerk seasoning, which I love. So these are thin, you don't need too much seasoning on there. That should be pretty good. Let's get them flipped over. Now you really want to do direct heat with these because you can see the amount of fat we have with these. What that's going to do is just render down beautifully on a direct heat style cooker, and that rendered fat's going to drip right down into the coals, steam back up, and just create a phenomenal flavor. And these are ready to go. I've already started my pit barrel cooker. It's getting warmed up now. It should be ready. So let's get these, bring them out, and get them right on the pit barrel cooker. All right, pit barrel is ready to go. As usual, lump charcoal in here, and I also threw in a couple chunks of cherry wood. And that is that. Let's get these covered up and let them smoke. All right, pork steaks are on the pit barrel cooker. Now, being that those steaks are so thin, I don't think this is going to take long at all. So we're not going to be cooking these like a pork chop where you bring it up to 145. These are going to be cooked more like a pork butt where we bring it to around 200 degrees and overcook it so much that it becomes super tender. Now, I'm going to let these cook for about an hour. Then we'll go out there and give them a flip, and then we're going to start mopping them. So we're going to need to make a delicious mop sauce for that. So let's go ahead and do that now. All right, so for this mop sauce, you're just going to want to heat it up over a pretty low heat. And with any mop sauce, you're going to start with vinegar. I like using apple cider vinegar. White vinegar is fine as well. Next, I'm going to add a little Worcestershire sauce, a little bit of ketchup, some hot sauce, some mustard, a little bit of molasses. So instead of the molasses, you can use either honey or brown sugar, but I like what the molasses adds. Now we're going to add a little black pepper, some paprika, and crushed red pepper. Then we can go ahead and give this a mix. Now basically you just want to warm this up a little bit. We're not trying to bring it to a boil or anything. Just want to heat it up a little bit, let everything blend up nicely. So this is going to be the mop sauce for our pork steaks. And speaking of the pork steaks, they should be ready to check and possibly flip. So let's go out there now and give them a check. It's been 1 hour. Let's give these a check. Oh yeah, these are looking pretty good. Let me go ahead and just see where we're at temperature-wise on these. About 143 on this one, 160 on this one, 150. All right, so we're between 140, 160, depending on the thickness of these. So they still need some time, but these are ready to flip. Check that out. See the nice color we're getting on there? So go ahead and flip these over. Now we're going to hit it with our mop sauce. You want to put a generous amount on there. Alright, that is good. Now we're going to let these go probably for another half hour, 45 minutes. We'll give them another flip and mop. Then we'll probably get them wrapped up in some foil. So I will see you then. It's been another half an hour. Let's give these a mop and flip. See, these are looking really nice. Great color on them. So I'm going to mop this side again before we flip them. See it pulling away from the bone. That's what you're looking for. Alright, now we'll go ahead and give these a flip. We're going to mop this side. So we're going to let these go for another 30 minutes, and we'll come back out here, get them wrapped up in some foil, and let them finish off. All right, I just got the pork steaks off. They were ranging anywhere between 190 and 200 degrees, and they look fantastic, and they are ready to wrap. So I'm going to get some foil, and we will get these wrapped. So here is the pork steak. Just check it out. Nice, beautiful crust on there. It's feeling nice and tender. When I probed it, it was nice and tender. You can see it's starting to pull away from the bone here. I'm gonna go ahead and put this down on our foil. Now what I like to do is add a few pads of butter and then just more of our mop sauce. It's gonna really tenderize this meat. So I'm just gonna lightly wrap this and tent it kinda just to keep everything in there. Let it steam up. Like I said, I don't want to puncture that foil, so I'm going to keep it nice and loose. And that is that. So I will get the other ones wrapped up. So that is all the pork steaks wrapped up. I'm going to get these back on the pit barrel cooker and let them go for 1 more hour. Then I'm just going to pull them off and let them rest for another hour. But once they are finished resting, I will see you back out here to slice them up and give them a try. All right, so we let the pork steaks go for another hour on the pit barrel cooker, all wrapped up. Pull them off, let them rest for another 45 minutes to an hour, and they are all done and they smell amazing. So let's go ahead, slice one of these up and give it a try. So I'm gonna take this nice meaty one here, and you can see it just wants to come right off the bone here. Now you're just gonna wanna cut these into some nice strips. And you can see that is a delicious cut of pork steak, but forgot to show you guys a nice close-up. Check that out. Nice, juicy, tender pork steak. But let me go ahead and give this a try. That is absolutely delicious. Now you're gonna wanna cook it to that high temperature to render down all the fat that's in there. That vinegar tang is necessary for this kind of meat. It has a great char and flavor from the direct heat cooking. This is some delicious pork right here. I was a little concerned with how thin these steaks were, but honestly, this is actually a pretty good size to cut your pork steaks. They come out great, super delicious, not dry at all. Got to make sure to use that mop sauce. It's going to keep it nice and juicy. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a like. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe right over here. I'll leave a link to my seasoning video over here if you're interested. I'll also leave a link to another video up here. Be sure to check them out. But most importantly, get out there and smoke something good.